stream on Star, so we
Okay.
come on, turn red. There we go.
The South Side.
It's 9:03.
KLEK Jones Road, voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for community conversations. A program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are political
One and two.
not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our
KLK 2.5 FM. Good morning to you on your Monday. It's July 8th, 2024. This is Community Conversations. Kiddo Wonder is in the studio with you today. And join us as always on the first Monday of the month. We have Mr. Shamal Carter, who is the president of the Craiighead County chapter of NAACP. And he has some updates for us. And you definitely want to tune in because so much is going on. And we're getting closer and closer to the election. So, Shamal, what you got for us?
Well, good morning, everybody. I hope that you guys are having an amazing Monday morning. I am. The gym had me hyped for the day. So I'm going to start out, guys, with our annual Freedom Fund Gala. It is our sixth here in Craiighead County. And we will host that event on September the 28th. That's going to be at Centennial Hall at ASU. It'll start at 6 p.m. Our speaker will be Reverend Dr. J. Lawrence Turner Sr., and he's a pastor out of Mississippi Boulevard Church in Memphis, Tennessee. Individual tickets are $50, or you can get a table of 8 for $400. We're sending sponsor letters out, and we're asking for support from the community. As you guys know, we offer scholarships to youth in our community through this gala that we do, and so we have several recipients. We are recipients of the scholarship over the last 5 years, and this will be our sixth year awarding that scholarship in the community. We already have several sponsors with A-State. We have Cadence Bank as well as First National Bank. And so we're reaching out to everybody in the community. Get you a ticket. We'll have a good time. We're looking for some entertainment to keep you guys busy. We'll have a great meal and we'll have a great time. And so I'm hoping you guys will come out, come support. This year I am naming a community service award after the great late Rennell Woods. And we're going to honor him this year during our gala for his service in our community. community. And so I'm excited about that. And then, again, we want you guys to come out and be a part of that event. We always have a good time. And as you guys know, KLEK is always in the building, and they have been for the last years I've been the president. Don't know too much about before, but
pretty much since the beginning, because when Miss Agnew was president, she, actually going back to when Reverend Newsom was the president. We've been at those meetings, so yeah, it's been a while.
Okay, and so we ask that you guys come out again. The date is September the 28th, and that's at 6 p.m. at Centennial Hall. Individual tickets are $50 per person, and you can get a table of 8 for $400. So I look to see you guys at this gala. We have a phenomenal speaker, so we want you guys to come out to that. And so,
are the tickets on sale now?
They are on sale. You can get with Miss Agnew, and she'll take care of you.
Okay.
Sponsorship is open as well. So if you want to be a sponsor of the event, you can contact me or Miss Emma, and we will get you taken care of.
All right. So definitely be on the lookout for the NAACP Gala. Always a wonderful time, a wonderful meal. They have good entertainments. I know in the past they've had a live band. I don't know if they're gonna have a band this year, but whether it's a band,
I'm trying to get a band that's within reason. And when I say within reason, as a musician, I know that it's not free, and so we have to. But being a nonprofit, we're on a budget, so we gotta kind of work what we can work out with it.
Well, even if they don't have a band, they still have a DJ. There will be some form of entertainment.
Definitely.
And of course, it'll be a photographer on deck, so make sure that you dress to impress to hit the photo booth.
If you've never seen the pictures, Drew. He does an amazing job. So I hope to see you guys there.
Okay. So what else we got?
Next, we have our general body meeting on Monday, July the 15th at 6 p.m. That'll be at the Ebo and Watson Center, and it's open to everyone. We're working on getting our youth division off the ground. We're asking that you bring your kids out. It's $10 a year. We have Miss DeAngelis Bullard, who has previously been the chair of our youth, and we're working on some things. So I know now with the new LEARNS Act, our youth are required to have so many hours of community service. And so what Miss Bullard is doing is she's making it possible through the service that we're doing in the community, getting our youth involved, and they're able to get these hours. I think it's 75 hours by the time you graduate, and I think you start in the 9th grade, if I'm not mistaken. But with that, she's working so hard that you could have those 75 hours before you are a sophomore. She's great at what she do. She's great with our youth, but we're working on building that division. And so we're asking that you guys come out July 15th at 6 p.m., which is next Monday. We will have a general body meeting. We normally have a speaker. We won't have a speaker. I will celebrate my secretary as this will be her last meeting. She is moving. And so I wish her the greatest success, but we want to celebrate all that she's done for our unit. She's been my secretary since I became the president, and losing her is like losing my hair. It's just hurtful.
Right. But we definitely wish her the best as she goes on to the next chapter in her life.
Definitely. And so moving ahead, I have 2 more things. Moving ahead. We are the NAACP, our unit here in Craiighead County, is hosting what they call a QPR. It's a suicide awareness and prevention training. QPR stands for question, persuade, and refer, which is 3 steps anyone can learn to prevent suicide. This training is free to everybody in the community. Adults will teach you to recognize a suicide crisis and know how and where to find it or to find help. It'll be at the Ebo and Watson Center, 1005 Logan Avenue. That's here in Jonesboro. It'll be July the 27th from 9 to 11:30 a.m. We have a flyer that we will post on our page, and it has a QR code for you to sign up for this training. The spots are limited. But they do have a disclaimer. It says QPR is not intended to be a form of counseling or treatment. QPR is intended to offer hope through a positive action. QPR is intended to teach those who are in position to recognize the warning signs, the clues in suicidal communications of people in trouble, to act vigorously to prevent a possible tragedy, ask a question, and save a life. So we are working in our community. We do see that there is an increase in number when it comes to our youth and suicide. It is overwhelming. If you look at the number, you would be amazed. And so that is something that we really, we're really passionate about, and we really want our community to jump behind it and get to this training.
And it's definitely important because, unfortunately, those rates are on the rise. I mean, we live in a culture that is more stressed out than ever. There's so many things that goes into that can affect someone's mental state. So, you know, any resource or any training in this regard is definitely needed.
It's definitely needed. It is, and you and I were talking about this a little earlier. You know, with this journey that I'm on, I'm learning that your mental health, and I've worked in mental health for years, but I'm learning that your personal mental health is so vital, and it is up to us to make sure that we get what we need. Because if not, then it'll result to issues like that this training is trying to prevent. And the last thing that I have. You guys know that it's election year.
Absolutely.
And I would be remiss if I did not talk about getting out to vote. The NAACP is a nonpartisan organization, so I don't oppose or support any particular candidate. So I have to put that out there. But I also have to tell you that right now, Project 2025, if you have not looked it up, I need you to look it up, and I need you to read it in its entirety. It affects those in the Black community more than ever. It's all about, and it's focused on Medicaid and Medicare and the benefits that you can get. It's focused on veterans and different things of the sort. I've done some reading on it. I first heard about it on, honest to God truth, on BET Awards when Taraji P. Henson was talking about it. And so I kind of did some research into it. And so we really, really need to be careful who we put in office. Again, I don't oppose or support any particular candidate on this platform. If you catch me outside of my seat of presidency, then I might tell you something different. So, but we definitely need you guys to get out and vote in this election. But do not just vote for the president. The president is the figurehead of the state. He is a politician, but I need you to vote in your local elections as well. We have several people that are on the ballot that are trying to make change in our community. And so why don't you guys get out and do the research for yourself? Lastly, but not least, and it just popped up.
Sorry, I'm having trouble understanding right now.
Okay. Alexa's confused, but she'll be all right.
Lastly, we have an event coming up on July the 30th at the Lawrence Hamilton Building here in Jonesboro, Arkansas. We're partnering with Crowley's Ridge Development Council, who's my employer. We're partnering to do a heart health event. This event is focused on people ages 50 to 74. We are working on getting primary care physicians for those in need. We have a partnership with RCare, and as well as there's RCare and there's RCare. There's one more, but my mind just went. First Choice Healthcare in Paragould. I'm sorry. Those two organizations we're working with to get them to get these guys PCPs, and we will have hot dogs, we'll have water, we'll have chips, we'll also have different things for the community. We have what they call swag bags, and in those bags we have different things to support you on your journey. There's headphones and there's bracelets and keychains and so on and so forth to remind you that your heart is very important. That is what keeps your body pumping. Your brain is what tells you what to do, but without your heart, your brain doesn't work. So let's focus on what we need to do to be more healthy in our community. Our culture perishes because of the lack of knowledge in the community that we currently live in. The issues that we have is high blood pressure, chronic heart disease, and severe mental health issues. So as the president of the NAACP, I want to address all of these things. I want to be able to make change. Yes, it's about being there in the event of a disaster, a civil matter, or injustice, rather. Yes, it's important to be there for situations like that, but it's also important to be there for situations like mental health crisis or high blood pressure, healthy eating, different things like that. So those are the things that we currently have. Again, we appreciate the support from KLEK and everything that you guys are doing in our community. Juneteenth, I take my hats off to you, sir, and Miss Allie and KLEK for holding such and hosting such a phenomenal event in the month of June. It was amazing that we did it over the course of a month to show our appreciation to what that means. I've had several people reach out and didn't understand what Juneteenth was before KLEK began doing the Juneteenth events here in Jonesboro. And so I take my hats off to you guys for that. If you guys missed the fireworks show, you missed something phenomenal. Leganzi and Allie, like I said, they did a great job putting these events together along with the committee that they have, and we're just grateful for what they're doing in the community and how they're bringing awareness. They really stand behind their motto to educate, to entertain, and to empower. They actually put us in a position that we know what's going on. They'll come DJ your event, but they empower you with the knowledge that they get and that they give to the community. So we're grateful for that.
And of course, I want to say thank you. For those that may not know, Shamal was our Juneteenth parade host along with Shanquetta Cunningham, and definitely enjoyed the back and forth banter that they have. And we will have them back next year. But thank you for all that you helped to contribute to Juneteenth as well. I want to go back to politics just for a minute. You did mention Project 2025. And of course, like he said, definitely look that up, because if it is implemented, it will have major effects on each and every one of your lives. But we have some amendments that are coming up on the Constitution, the Arkansas Constitution. You may have probably within the past couple of months had people approach you asking to sign various petitions. So the petitions that so far looks like that will make the ballot is the abortion amendment. And that amendment pretty much states that abortions in Arkansas will be legal up to 18 weeks or for any reason or for any length of time if it's for rape, incest, or to save the mother's life. And then another one, I believe, is the casino amendment. I believe that passed. And I believe the marijuana one may have passed, but don't quote me on those last two. But the abortion one definitely did. Surprised to me, though, the FOIA amendment actually failed. I kind of figured that would be the one that would pass, just because I had my conservative friends and my liberal friends both trying to get signatures for that. But definitely you want to keep that in mind as these issues roll on. There's still a few more steps in the process to educate yourself on what these ballot initiatives, these constitutional amendments will mean, and then make an informed decision at the voting booth.
You know, to start with the first one with the FOIA, I'm not surprised that one didn't pass, and I'm not surprised because, you know, transparency is something that's lacking for a better choice of words, and I won't harp on that. I'll just skip on to the next. As a man of God and a minister in the gospel, I'm not saying that I support abortion at all. But I will say that a woman has a right to choose what she does with her body. That's point blank, no question. Now, I do not, like I say, as a minister, I do not support it, but I'm telling you that it's not my job to condemn someone, especially when there's health matters at hand, when there's rape at hand, when there's incest at hand. I mean, I know you guys watched the news. Just last week, we had someone here in our area arrested for incest, a mother and her son. And so we have to be vigilant and be smart about the different things that are going on. And the reason why I'd say that, because there's proven data that says, you know, children born out of incest or whatever the case may be, they may have developmental delays and so on and so forth. So it is very, very important. These amendments, some passed, some failed. But let me tell you something. On both sides, what that means to me is, for a better lack of words, people are not serious about what's going on in our government. They don't think that it'll affect them, but when food stamps are cut off, when housing is cut short, when funding is cut short, when the support that you had at one point in your community, think about the infrastructure in our community. It comes from federal and state dollars. Well, this funding can possibly be cut. Again, you have to read deep into Project 2025 to get an understanding. I think it's 118 pages or
No,
so.
it's 900 pages.
pages. Okay.
But again, you can look on social media, especially if you're on TikTok. There's plenty of material out there like that. Another thing that you may want to look up is Agenda 47. Now, Agenda 47, that is the platform of former President Donald Trump. You can just Google President Trump website and you'll see it on there. And that's basically his plans if he gets into office. Again, I'm not going to tell you whether you should support it or not support it, but definitely educate yourself on it, because if he wins, then you will see some of these things in the agenda to pass. We got 1 minute left. The floor is yours. Anything else?
I would like to challenge each and every one of you. If you can get a ticket, I need at least 200 people at this Freedom Fund Gala, July the 28th. Not July 28th, September 28th. I'm sorry. I need at least 200 people there. I need Jonesboro to come out and support. We're giving away awards. Not only are we giving away awards, we are giving away a scholarship. And so come and be a part of something amazing that can possibly impact your life, because your support goes a long way in everything that we do in our community.
All right, Jamal, thank you so much. Always a pleasure to have you here on Community Conversations. Don't go anywhere, because after the break, we're going to have Bethania Beret Harrison of Always Jonesboro. It's a new outfit for the city of Jonesboro to kind of keep the community informed, especially for people who are new to Jonesboro. So definitely looking forward to having her in the studio in just a few minutes. You guys have a great and blessed day. This is KLK on 2.5 FM. All right, let me stop this stream.